Okay, welcome. So I haven't told you this yet. Most of you know it, but some of you don't, which is that all of the music you've heard so far is written by Swami Kriyananda. In case you were wondering, I haven't written any of this stuff. I just get to sing it and pass it along. But this all came through him. And I'll tell you, except for the two chants by Yogananda that we did at Crystal Hermitage earlier. But I want to just share this evening is called Listen to My Soul Song. So I want to share the inspiration behind Swami's music and why it came through him and what we can do with it. Okay, but first of all, I want to pray. So let's do that. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, friend, beloved God, great masters, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswar, Paramahansa Yogananda, saints of all religions, we bow gratefully at your feet. Thank you for the blessings of this path that constantly surround us. Help our hearts be open to your uplifting guidance, to your vibration of joy. Help us to tune into this music tonight and make it part of our lives. Om, peace. Amen. So there's a great book that Crystal Clarity, the publishing company of Ananda, just came out with a reprint of. It's called Go On Alone. It used to be called A Place Called Ananda back when. Same book now, Go On Alone. And it's Swami Kriyananda talking about how he came to found Ananda. By the way, he reads the audiobook, and it's fabulous. It's my favorite audiobook, him reading and telling the story of Ananda. It's actually edge of your seat, you know, just gripping some parts of it. But one of the nice chapters in there is how I came to write music. And I'll just summarize it briefly. This was in the early 60s. He was young, and he was visiting Yosemite, just, you know, for the sheer beauty of it all. And just on the night before he was to leave, he came upon a couple of guys with a guitar on a bridge over the river, just singing away. And because he had a background as a singer, a near professional singer actually, in classical music and stuff like that, he just, first of all, he thought, yeah, they're doing their best, but they could use a little help. But he just out of fellowship wanted to join them. But he also felt a little frustrated because he thought, what do I have to share? I can't sing classical music. I can't really sing Indian bhajans that I'm used to from my life with self-realization and the whole upbringing that he had in the spiritual scene. So the only thing he could think of was kind of folk music at the time, spirituals like Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. He figured I've been working on the railroad, didn't quite cut it, you know. So anyway, they sang Swing Low, Sweet Chariot with the two guys on the guitar, on the bridge. And they said, wow, that's great. Hey, we're having a party tonight on the beach. Do you want to come join us? Sure, why not? So he did, and he sang, as he says, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. And he just had a grand time of it. But he also, in the back of his mind, was thinking, what a wonderful way to share joy through music. And isn't it a shame that there's not more music that reflects this uplifted consciousness that he just knew so much about from his life with Yogananda? And so it was as he was musing on this, driving away from Yosemite the next morning, that this song came to him full blown. And I'll sing it for you. This is the first song that he wrote. He said he pulled over to a milkshake stand and wrote it down on a napkin real quick, but this just reflects Swami's consciousness, as do all these songs, as does all the writing, everything he's ever done. But we're feeling that through the music now, because music has the ability to just bypass the brain, the left brain anyway, and go right to the heart and uplift the soul. So this is Farther Away Than the Stars. And it has that Indian chant flavor, kind of it's the style of Indian music to be the individual soul singing to God. It's not so much the harmony and the group singing that we're used to in the West. as just the individual soul. That's kind of what they're used to in the East. It's merging, but this is that flavor of our soul calling to God. I have a love who's far away, far away, far away. I have a love who's far away, farther away than the stars. And yet she's stolen my heart away, heart away, heart away. And yet she's stolen my heart away, farther away than the stars. Keep me not bound, no, teach me to fly, far from earth's madness, free ere I die. Keep me not bound here, teach me to fly, farther away than the stars. There's nothing here nearly so dear, nearly so dear, nearly so dear. There's nothing here nearly so dear as her laughter away in the stars. Doesn't that just take you deep? And so we'll go on a little journey here, but I wanted to share that because that is Swami's essential consciousness, of just that connection, that yearning for Divine Mother. And you think of the masters coming to this planet when they're in bliss. They don't need to come here, but they're coming here for our sake because they care, they love us, they want to share the joy that they feel, the bliss that they feel. And so that's the two parts of Swami. One is just a longing for Divine Mother, and the other is wanting to share it with everybody. So you'll see that reflected in this music. It wasn't too long that more songs came to him, because once the channel was open, and he thought, what a great way to share. His brother had left a guitar at the house that he was staying at, and so he borrowed the guitar and picked up a folk singing book and learned how to play chords. And somebody heard that he was writing this music and said, hey, great, would you do a concert for us? And Swami, being a brave soul, said, sure, even though he was just learning to play guitar. So he thought, okay, it's 2 weeks away. It'll make me really encouraged to practice a whole bunch, which he did. He practiced a lot, and a lot more songs came to him, and this was one of them. And he said that he wrote this because he'd heard that the church that he was going to be singing at, that a lot of the people there, he heard the term atheists, but they didn't really, just like Asha was saying, I don't believe in that God either. But he wanted to write a song that kind of addressed that, and so it's hard to talk about God, but it's easy to talk about love. So this song is called What is Love? What is love? Is it only ours? Or does love whisper in the flowers? Surely we, children of this world, could not love by our own powers. What is joy? Is it just a dream? Or does joy laugh in every stream? Are the clouds mindless after all? or is joy all nature's theme? God is dead, so men say, can't they see all life's his play? Not a church binds him as its own, not a creed makes him fully known. Foolish we, if we limit him. Every atom is his throne. What is love? Is it only ours? Or does love whisper in the flowers? Surely we, children of this world, could not love by our own powers. What is love? What is love? Is it love we touch in the flowers? Thank you. I'll take the applause on behalf of the author. The concert did go well. There were a few unexpected turns, like there wasn't enough light in the room, so he could hardly see the guitar that he was playing. Somebody came up to him afterwards and said, you know, I'm a music major at San Francisco State, and those were interesting chords you were playing. Swami said, yes, very interesting. I'm looking at Sahadev in the back of the room, and I'll embarrass him perhaps. But Swami did concerts singing this music on his own for a while. But then, of course, he realized that this music is so glorious that it's a great way for other people to experience the joy. And so before long, he had groups of people singing. And then before long, he had Asha going out on the road, speaking to different groups, which ultimately seeded different communities now up and down the West Coast. But Sahadev is one of those original singers that went along up and down to get that going. So thank you for that. So this is a kind of a group song, but you know, it's one of those things that's individual, but all of us together. I think of the organization that Yogananda founded, Self-Realization Fellowship. So that's kind of what we emphasize here at Ananda too, is just we're here to find God, but we're also here to do it together as a group and support each other. So this is a song, I Will Always Think of Thee, and we'll do it responsively. So I'll sing the line. Oh, by the way, I want to say this is not just a concert passive. We'll engage you more and more, but if you know the songs, don't hesitate to sing along. Okay, that's part of it. We want you to experience this. But in this case, if you don't know the song, I'll sing a line, then I'll sing it again, and you can join me on that responsively, all right? So. Every morning when I greet the sun, when I move forth through crowded ways, here you go. Every morning when I greet the sun, when I move forth through crowded ways, in my heart, Lord, ever so silently, I will always think of Thee. Every heart, Lord, ever so silently, I will always think of Thee. When I laugh, oh, and when I cry with pain, when my best friends misunderstand. When I laugh, oh, and when I cry with pain, when my best friends misunderstand. In my heart, Lord, ever so silently, I will always think of Thee. In my heart, Lord, ever so silently, I will always think of Thee. Dear God, my God, I am thine for eternity. Sing along. Dear God, my God, I am thine for eternity. Dear God, my God, I am thine eternally. Dear God, my God, I am thine eternally. Though my path lead me over desert sands, though it take me through bitter storms, though my path lead me over desert sands, though it take me through bitter storms, in my heart, Lord, ever so silently, I will always think of Thee. In my heart, Lord, ever so silently, I will always think of Thee. When I'm working and when in earned repose, let come victory or low defeat. When I'm working and when in earned repose, let come victory or low defeat. In my heart, Lord, ever so silently, I will always think of Thee. In my heart, Lord, ever so silently, I will always think of Thee. Dear God, my God, I am thine for eternity. Now you. Dear God, my God, I am thine for eternity. Dear God, my God, I am thine eternally. Dear God, my God, I am thine eternally. Okay, thank you. Now, I see Chandrika with the Ananda Songbook. Will you hold that up, please? Okay, the Ananda Songbook. This comes about because Asha, again, thank you, Asha, realized that we need to have a songbook that everybody can sing along with. You know, people have their own individual music that they've gathered over the years, but we didn't have one book where people could just pick it up and sing along like this. So fortunately, some great souls in Palo Alto and elsewhere put all that together, and finally we have it now. So this is a really, really good resource. And actually, on a trip to New Zealand, we were delighted to see that many of the devotees there had the books. And so Sunday service and events and things, they just pulled them out and everybody sang together. So isn't that a great idea to start getting into it? That little QR code I gave you on the bookmark, that links to that. At a certain point, Swami wrote a lot of different songs, but he also, you know, Master would take popular songs sometimes and write new lyrics to them that were a little bit kind of more elevated, but just, you know, for fun, because they were great popular melodies, but why not add God to it a little bit more? And conversely, sometimes you can take beautiful classic lyrics and add music to that. So we're talking Shakespeare now. Shakespeare wrote the plays that he wrote. He also wrote not songs, but lyrics to songs. And he left it to other people to write the music. He didn't bother with that. So many people wrote many different melodies for those songs that appear in Shakespeare's plays. But at a certain point, Swami wrote, you know, and he's not tired, but he thought, I think I'll just take a break. Instead of writing my own music and lyrics, let's let Shakespeare do the heavy work on the lyrics and I'll write the songs to that. And as so often, he just thought, you know, as soon as he had an idea of inspiration, he held it up to God and said, okay, let's do this. Here's what we need. And he was open to it, and the songs came to him. So there were like 13 Shakespeare songs that are amazing, but I'm just going to do a real fun one. This is from The Merry Wives of Windsor, and it's called The Fairies Song. And I'm not a real Shakespeare expert, but my impression is it's a bunch of fairies kind of taunting and making fun of one of the characters in that. I know you Shakespeare fans are going to correct me on all this. So anyway, we'll just sing it because it's a fun one. Fie on sinful fantasy, fie on lust and luxury. Lust is but a bloody fire, kindled with unchaste desire, fed in heart whose flames aspire, as thoughts do blow them higher and higher. Pinch him, fairies, mutually, pinch him for his villainy, pinch him and burn him and turn him about, till candles and starlight and moonshine be out. That's it. That was a high note there. Candles, that was a little higher for me. Okay, every once in a while, we would look through some of the music that Swami wrote and find a song we'd never heard of before. And this was one of them. It's called I Wonder, and it's a song that Asha loves to have done every once in a while because it's really sweet and you just don't hear it that often. So. Baby Tim's in the nursery, asleep in his playpen, his calico pony close by. It's all set if a dream calls to carry its master away to a calico sky. And I sit by my window and wonder why it's only in dreams we can fly. Why a pony can't hurdle a sunset. Maybe that's what makes small babies cry. Daddy sits in his study and hums with his reading the tune of his favorite song. He tells me his homework seems nicer and lighter with music to lift it along. And I sit by my window and wonder why a book has no song of its own, why the world doesn't flood us with music, and why people must sing all alone. Mommy's out in the kitchen, she's making our dinner. I hear by the clink of the pans that she's happy just cooking and knowing we're near her. Her happiness flows from her hands. And I sit by my window and wonder how the world without mothers would be. And if people could live without loving, such a world I hope never to see. Isn't that sweet? Okay. At a certain point, Swami wrote this song for the community. I think the community was getting big enough where it was hard for people to connect in small groups. And also Swami had a real feeling that he wanted to honor the nature channels. I don't mean on TV. I mean the expressions of Divine Mother all around us. And so he wanted the community to be able to tune in to the devas, the spiritual devas that encourage spiritual life in nature all around us, because in our kind of world that's forgotten the divine a lot of the time, we think we are masters of nature, and that's a big mistake. So a lot of the devas, Swami said, are kind of like abandoning the planet because they think, well, I can't really do any work here because nobody's receptive to us. So he really wanted, on Divine Mother's behalf, to have us really tune into them and invite them back again. So this is a song called Channels, and there's 6 different channels that Swami talks about the special qualities that come through those channels. There's birds, trees, stars, flowers, mountains, and rivers. I'm going to say that again and just see if you resonate with any particular one of those just off the top. Birds, trees, stars, flowers, mountains, rivers. Okay? Now, I'm going to ask you to raise your hands if you had a particular one of those, and let's see what we end up with. Birds. Okay, trees. All right, stars. Flowers. Okay, you can do more than one. Mountains and rivers. Excellent, okay. So we'll sing these. Now, we're not going to be able to do this without a whole lot of practice we don't have time for, but the refrain, the chorus of this is, Mother, we thank you. Your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may sing. Each one of these verses had a different harmony to that would build. So by the end of it, you'd have a 6-part harmony on the chorus, which is amazing. But right now, we'll just sing the same melody that we do in the first verse. We'll just repeat that every time, so you can all sing along with that. But let's do that now, just so we get used to it. Mother, we thank you. Your joy shines in everything. Sing with me. Mother, we thank you. Your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may sing. Open these channels that the world once more may sing. Good. Now, you know how Asha talked early on about how fun it is to just like release your inhibitions and not worry about what people think, and how fun it is to get up and move and stuff? So I'm going to invite you, as we do each of these, if you identified with one of these, when it comes time for birds or trees or stars or flowers or mountains or rivers, you can get up and just sort of act that out a little bit if you'd like, okay? Think about how fun that might be, especially with other people doing the same thing. And you can do more than one, all right? So here we go. But also tune into just the spirit behind each one of them, okay? Birds sing of freedom as they soar lightly on the air. So may our hearts soar high above all curbs and care. Thank you. Mother, we thank you. Your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may sing. Now, trees. Trees standing firm, hold the secret of inner power. Give us, when tested, strength to endure. Mother, we thank you. Your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may sing. Now let's add to this. When we get to the chorus, all of you that have done earlier ones can stand up then too, okay? So we'll just keep adding each one. All right, stars. This is really high. Stars send a message of light through eternity. Lord, when in darkness your radiance we see. Mother, we thank you. Your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may sing. Now you got it. Flowers. Flowers so soft and fragile, stay fragrant though pressed to the ground. May we thus learn forbearance, for in kindness love is found. Mother, we thank you. Your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may sing. Mountains. Mountains remote and still hint at higher worlds unseen. So may our lives be soaring and serene. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may sing. And finally, rivers. Rivers seek passage unhindered by rock or tree. So may our lives flow steadfast toward the sea. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more, one last time. Mother, we thank you, your joy shines in everything. Open these channels that the world once more may see. Woo-hoo! Very fun. Thank you. Okay, so while we're at this, we did a round the other day where we had one half do one half do the other. Okay, so this is another round, and okay, I'll do my best to get both of it going. We'll start off together. Lift your heart in strength once more. Soon your boat will come ashore. Lift your heart in strength once more. Soon your boat will come ashore. Is that a good singable key, or should we go higher? A little higher? Or is it fine? Okay, fine. So, everybody, lift your heart in strength once more. Soon your boat will come ashore. Lift your heart in strength once more. Soon your boat will come ashore. Lift your heart in strength once more. Soon your boat will come ashore. You keep singing. Lift your heart in strength once more. Lift your heart in strength once more. Soon your boat will come ashore. Lift your heart in strength once more. Lift your heart in strength once more. Soon your boat will come ashore. Soon your boat will come ashore. Lift your heart in strength once more. Lift your heart in strength once more. Soon your boat will come ashore. Keep going. Soon your heart will come ashore. Keep going. Soon your heart in strength once more. Louder. Soon your heart will strength once more. Soon your boat. Now repeat that. Soon your boat will come ashore. Well done, everybody. Brave souls. Okay, a big part of what Swami did was write kids' songs for the school, you know, young children, but really for kids of all ages. So this is one of them. Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful, life is gay, when I give myself away, when I live to please thee, Lord, dancing in thy ray. Let me see thee everywhere, hear thy melodies in the air. Let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share. Life is beautiful, life is gay, when I give myself away, when I live to please thee, Lord, dancing in thy ray. Let me see thee everywhere, hear thy melodies in the air. Let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share. Let me feel thy strength in me, give me joy to share. Now, How special is it to be in a school where you sing songs like that are just uplifting and God-reminding, and you're surrounded by teachers and other students and families that all support you in that? Isn't that just wonderful? That's the beauty of community, where instead of just individuals trying to do it on their own, it's a community of individuals supporting each other to do it together, and it works. Okay, another sing-along, totally fun. We mentioned the influence of Italy that was really positive on Ananda, and so Swami wrote this song, When You Come from Napoli, Naples, Italy, and they have a dance called a tarantella there that this is sort of reminiscent of, but there's a chorus that goes, no, I'm going to take that away. Okay, so. La 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 la. But we switch back and forth. So women, la 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 la. No. Women, sing after me. La 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 la. Men, la 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 la. Everybody. La 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 la. Okay, instead of thinking it too much, you know what to do. So women, men, everybody. Women, men, everybody. All right. When you come from Napoli, la 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 la. Life is long and joy is free, la 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 la. Women, la 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 la. Men. La 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 la, everybody. La 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 la. Women. La 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 la. Men. La 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 la. La 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 la. Good. Can't you hear this music say la 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 la? Dance your troubles all away, la 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 la. Women. Men. Everybody. La la. Women. Men, la 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 la. When you come to Napoli, la 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 la. Sing this happy song with me, la 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 la. La la la. Men, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Again, women. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay, you're all very good sports. There is an Irish group called the Chieftains, and the harpist of that group, Derek Bell, was an Ananda friend, meditator, and a Kriyaban, a friend of Swami's. And he said that he wanted to record an album of music. So Swami just rose right up and wrote a whole bunch of songs for Derek to play on the harp, and that became an album called The Mystic Harp, which became very popular, so much so they did a second album called Mystic Harp 2. And so it was all just beautiful harp solos with other, instruments behind. And then the last song on each album was Swami singing. But what was our surprise, a lot of us here, when we looked at the liner notes of these albums, and we saw that lots of these instrumental songs that Derek played on harp had lyrics to them that Swami wrote that weren't sung on the album, but it was just like, oh my gosh, there's a gold mine here of all these songs that have lyrics to them. So we pulled them out and started doing some of them. So this is one of those songs. And you realize even in writing beautiful instrumentals, Swami can just infuse really deep, meaningful lyrics into it also. So Home is a Green Hill, this is called. Home is a green hill, home is a wind, blowing betrayal far, far away. Home is the knowledge heaven is near, home's the end of the fray. Home is my heart's land, home's where I am. Nothing can dim the light of my soul. Home is forever, home is today. Home's a heart that is whole. Often I dream that life is a play, laughter forever and skies never gray. But when I'm silent, freed from all care, I discover my home's everywhere. Home is a green hill, home is a wind, blowing betrayal far, far away. Home is the knowledge heaven is near. Home's the end of the fray. Thank you. As I said earlier, Swami would take a lot of these songs that were originally solos that he sang and then write them for the community to sing in 4 parts. So that's something we love doing in the choir, is just singing these songs with all the different parts. As I have before, I really encourage you to sing any way you can by getting that songbook, singing along with it like Chandrika's doing, finding somebody near you, finding music online on ananda.org or Ananda Music Everywhere Instagram channel, and a lot of the music there, just sing along with it and find how it just uplifts your spirit. Okay. This is another children's song, but just a real rouser. Sing in the meadows and everywhere, sing out a blessing to everyone. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high, sing and the battle is won. Sing in the meadows and everywhere, sing out a blessing to everyone. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high, sing and the battle is won. Sing in the meadows and everywhere, sing out a blessing to everyone. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high, sing and the battle is won. One last time. Sing in the meadows and everywhere, sing out a blessing to everyone. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high, sing and the battle is won. Lift up your voices, lift your hands on high, sing and the battle is won. Thank you, Swami. Life is a dream, time like a stream carries our burdens away. Never despair, joys everywhere, love can befriend you today. Free from all care, like birds on the air, soar above griefs and worries, seek joy and be gay. Often on earth, things of great worth, worldly ambitions defy. Sometimes a friend helps us ascend up from life's cares to the sky. Love is a star, though shining afar. It can guide us and help us toward light to draw nigh. Love is a star, though shining afar. It can guide us and help us toward light to draw nigh. Thank you. Swami wrote that song for a couple in the community that was getting married, so that was sometimes a friend helps us ascend up from life's cares to the sky. Love is a star, though shining afar, it can guide us and help us toward light to draw nigh. The wedding vows at Ananda are beautiful. They're modeled after what Yogananda used to do when he did marriages, but it's all about, let us both together support each other in looking towards God and finding God, and, just being mutual spiritual friends. It's just great. This is another one of those. This is from the Mystic Harp album, but this is one of the songs that Swami sang at the end of the first one, Emerald Isle. Come here while I sing you of emerald hills, of valleys and meadows so fair, that all who have seen them have carried away memories in their hearts, friends, like the lilacs of May. Oh, my song is the story of the lilacs of May. My song is the story of deer on the hills, of larks that soar seeking the sun, of nightingales lifting the curtain of night, as with music they bring down heaven's blessing of light. Oh, my song is the story of God's blessing of light. Come join me in singing of that emerald isle, of flowers that like jewels besprinkle the lea, of waterfalls eager to embrace the wide sea, as we with our Maker united would be, as we with our Maker reunited would be. Come here while I sing you of emerald hills, of valleys and meadows so fair, that all who have seen them have carried away memories in their hearts, friends, like the lilacs of May. Oh, my song is the story of the lilacs of May. Thank you. I think that's one of those songs that was appropriate for Swami to sing because, like so many of his songs, it's about something objective, the Emerald Isle, the lilacs, the hills, but it's also about the inner reality. We're talking about the outer reality as a symbol for the uplifted consciousness that's happening inside. And one of my favorite lines ever is, come join me in singing of waterfalls eager to embrace the wide sea, as we with our Maker united would be, as we with our Maker reunited would be. That's sweet. Waterfalls, embracing the sea that they came from. So, yeah. That's the beauty of this music, it's nice to sing and all that, but the more you do it, you realize, oh my gosh, there's all the spiritual path in these things. So one of those examples of poetry, lyrics, that Swami took and wrote music to was another one called John Anderson, My Joe. It's a poem by Robert Burns, the Scottish poet. And Robert Burns just wrote the poem, beautiful poem of a couple just reflecting on their life and their mutual supportive friendship. And it's nice, it's beautiful. But Swami really appreciated the the sweetness of it, the depth of it. And a song came to him. I think it's one of those ones that came to him in the middle of the night when he was trying to get to sleep, and it's like, not now, not now. But it's like, nope, the song kept coming. Okay, I'll get up, write it down. But it's a very special one that he had trouble getting through it because he would break up often during it. I'll sing the Scottish, and then I'll sing English translation that Swami wrote, okay? John Anderson, my Joe John, when we were first acquaint, your locks were like the raven, your bonny brow was brent. But now your brow is belled, John, your locks are like the snow. But blessings on your frosty pow, John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my Joe John, we climbed the hill thegither, and mony a canty day, John, we've had, we ain't anither. Now we maun totter down, John, and hand in hand we'll go, and sleep thegither at the foot. John Anderson, my Joe. John Anderson, my sweetheart, when first we two did meet, your locks were like the raven, your bonny brow was sleek. But now your brow is wrinkled, John, your locks are like the snow. But blessings on your frosty head, John Anderson, my sweet. John Anderson, my sweetheart, we climbed the hill together, and many a lively day, John, we've had with one another. Now we must totter down, John, and hand in hand we'll go, and sleep together at the foot. John Anderson, my own. Yeah. This is another one of what I think of Swami's amazing, gorgeous songs. Love is a Magician, it's called. Little story behind that. He originally wrote a lot of, there was an album, and it had a lot of affirmations to it that he wrote music only behind. And it was love is this, love is this, love is this, different expressions, but no lyrics. So one of those things was love is a magician. And so the person who did a lot of Swami's arrangements at that time, orchestrally here at the community, David Miller, his name was, he was kidding Swami. And love is a magician, I sawed my partner in half, kind of thing. Swami said, okay, I need to write lyrics to this. So he did, but it ended up being this beautiful song. Love is all I know, sun rays on the snow of a winter long, in darkness without song. Oh, my heart's afire, burning all desire, only you remain, and life again. Love is all I know, sun rays on the snow of a winter long, in darkness without song. Oh, my heart's afire, burning all desire. Only you remain, and life again. Too long I did stray, flung lifetimes away. Imagined you did not care. I know now your smile was mine all the while. I listened and love was there. I can't breathe for love. All the stars above call to me, come home. Life's waves all end in foam. Only love can heal all the pain I feel. What a fool was I to turn away. Love is all I know, sun rays on the snow of a winter long, in darkness without song. Oh, my heart's afire, burning all desire. Only you remain, and life again. Yeah. Swami was on a radio show once, and the interviewer said, "What do you think is the most important thing you've done?" And he said, "Love is a magician." So there's depth to it. Well, I think we're close to the point of singing a lullaby to end our evening tonight. So this one's called Irish Lullaby. Go to sleep, little dear, may the angels draw near, and with peace dust sprinkle your eyes. May the curtain of night banish pain from your sight, that your dreams to heaven arise. Forsake all care as your thoughts rise there, through a vault of star-spangled skies. Go to sleep, little one, heaven's blessings you've won by the innocence of your smile. May the whole of your life heal with calmness all strife, and teach kindness free from all guile. Men's hearts enthrall by pure love for all, for its love makes living worthwhile. Men's hearts enthrall by pure love for all, for its love makes living worthwhile. Thank you. Thank you, Swamiji.